Welcome to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine, the show that teaches you how to survive the things that can kill you.
Like flash floods or pantry bugs. How about a drug-induced psychotic break?
Yeah, that's not good.
That's a leap.
And the things that make you wish you were dead.
Like forgetting your deodorant on tape day.
Did you? Mm-hmm. That's funny because I kept thinking I did, but I didn't. And you're wearing a heavy sweater, so that's no fun.
Well, don't get close.
Okay.
How about protein in your Starbucks?
Right?
Yeah.
It looks disgusting.
Well, I'm not going to drink it.
Well, they're also on strike, so I'm not going anytime soon.
Oh, me neither.
Wait,
I
what?
support my strikers.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Oops.
Garen. Yeah.
Garen's a scab. Garen's a scab.
This is just a cup.
Oh, you just keep the plastic
I just
cup?
keep the plastic
He
cup.
just makes his own
environment,
iced
guys,
tea.
Environment.
And how about a gift? And I put that in air quotes.
Yes.
From a well-meaning friend.
Yes, that can backfire for sure.
You know what never backfires?
Our theme song?
Yeah, it's great.
Play it.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Goblin down, Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. Ooh, how to survive. Ooh, how to survive.
Hello.
Oh, my God.
Welcome back. We're in the studio.
I am so happy to be here, guys.
We're happy to have you back, Chris.
Oh, it's been a long time.
It's been too long. But you know what we're going to talk about today?
Please, I'm so excited.
We're going to talk about how to survive a bad trip.
Ooh.
And I don't mean a vacation.
Oh, gosh. I
boy.
am on the edge of my seat.
But speaking of which,
Yes.
you did have a
I did just
trip
I did.
of sort.
I did. It was not a pleasure vacation,
No.
but we had some good times.
Did you?
We found some fun in there.
Okay, good.
You know, I mean, if you consider watching a brutal murder procedural with your family a good time, which I do,
Yeah.
we all watched Broadchurch together,
Right.
and then I left, and now they're into season 2. So,
Oh, so
which I heard Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in season 2,
now when is the show from?
2017 maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's older. It's quite older.
So
Quite a bit
quite
old.
older.
It's quite older. Like me.
That's how I fill out forms now. Quite older.
That's the age range.
It just says 40 to 49, and then it says quite older.
That's what I
A little
checked
box
too.
next to it. Yeah. Okay. So you had a funeral for your stepfather.
Sure did. Yeah. It was. I'll tell you. It was a military funeral.
Oh.
They shoot guns. They
Oh,
sing
shit.
taps. I'll tell you.
They sing
They sing
taps.
it?
Nope.
What if they
Yes. They didn't have a horn, so we all had to go. Yeah. They don't sing it. They play it on some type of horn instrument, and I'll tell you, it does make you cry. You don't think it's going
wow.
to, and then you do. They fold a flag in a fancy way.
Yeah.
And it's cold because it should be.
Yes.
And then they say some military words out of a book, or maybe they read the Bible. Who knows? I don't know the Bible.
Something about ammo. It could be either one.
They say some stuff. It's sad. And then there was the American Legion said, "Oh, we'd like to serve some food in honor of Joe because he was their commander for about 12 years."
Was he in the Army? What branch of the Air Force?
Yes,
Or branch of the...
He was in the Army.
Okay.
Didn't go to Vietnam, but he was a medic in the Army.
Oh, wow.
And
MASH. Meatball
yeah.
surgery.
He was meatball surgery. And so there was that, which was very bizarre because you can still smoke inside of the American Legion, and boy, do they.
Wow.
And people danced.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Pink Pony Club came on because my nieces played it for my
Get
mom
out.
because it's her current favorite song. And, my mom's 79. And her and her sisters started dancing.
Amazing.
And meanwhile, my nieces were buying gambling tickets, and one of them won $500.
Wait, what?
You can gamble inside of these. They have slot machines.
Oh, okay. So it was business as usual, dartboard, dancing.
Yep. Yep.
pool hall, like
No pool.
Pool. Okay, no pool.
But it's like a regular bar.
Okay.
At one point, someone brought a baby in.
Now, were all these people there for?
No, there were also just people at the bar, as business as usual, having their brown liquors and their cigarettes.
So, and was the baby part of the?
The baby was like my niece's friend. I think because she was in town she goes to OSU, and so she was like, "Oh, I'm going to go see my friend who's in town. I'll bring my baby to show her." But I was like, "Is anybody else bothered that there's a baby and there's cigarette smoke and that's their alcohol?" Nope. Just me.
Oh,
I mean, she didn't stay too long, but I was still like...
No, it's just the smoke. Like,
yeah,
I can't imagine a baby smelling like smoke.
No, it shouldn't.
No, that's not right.
But, everybody has their own, I guess, way of living their lives.
Speaking of Pink Pony Club, did you hear about Keith Urban?
No.
Keith Urban has been covering it, I guess.
Okay.
And he played Mar-a-Lago this past weekend and played it at Mar-a-Lago. The song about the gay anthem song. I don't know if that's necessarily gay, but like about going to a gay bar and finding yourself and like. Yeah.
Okay, so is this maybe some knowledge about why they might have broken up?
Well, I thought about that, but then I thought, is that something you break up over that, like, unless he changed? So maybe yes.
Well, maybe he's always been.
But if he's always been MAGA,
right?
Then it wouldn't be a problem for her.
Well, maybe it is, but she was waiting until their kids got older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So apparently, and Trump was apparently there at the party.
That is so weird.
I know, right? It's really weird.
That is so weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys saw this and about the prison guard who spoke out about the special protections Ghislaine is getting.
Oh, about the puppy.
And all the stuff she said in the article is so interesting to me.
Oh, can you send that to me?
She's such a character. Maybe I'll talk about it on the bonus because it's a little bit long. But she's such a character that I find it so entertaining. I want to share it with you guys. But
the prison guard?
Yes, the prison guard. She's such a hoot.
Ghislaine is such a
She's
character.
a gem.
Oh, I love Ghislaine.
so
Why is everybody
charming.
being so hard on her?
Has she gotten in trouble for speaking out?
She lost her job.
Of course.
But it's quite entertaining, so maybe we can get into it on the bonus.
There's no end to the rage. Like, it's just every single one of these people is enraging. Like, I just can't. I can't.
It's an unending well.
Okay, so you've been back since Friday.
Yeah.
Did you have a good weekend? Are the kids happy to see you? Are they over it?
Guys.
Oh no, what happened? Oh, right. Didn't you want to talk about that on the bonus?
I'm going to talk. Well, I did have a crazy situation happen that I will talk about on the bonus.
Okay.
Because it's
right on brand.
It's right on brand with our show. It is a survival situation. But I also had another crazy thing happen.
Okay.
So do you want to?
Don't have any more fathers that can die. Right?
No.
It's just the two.
You've reached your max.
I've reached my max. I can't have any more fathers that have died.
Stop being so selfish.
I know, guys. I want all the attention. I did have another how to survive situation happen. This one is pretty awful. Sunday was supposed to be my relaxation day because I spent all day Saturday cleaning. You get back from a trip and it's like, I don't know. My husband is not dirty, but he doesn't keep the house, in the shape I want it. So all day was cleaning. So Sunday was like, okay, I just get to chill out. I'm going to take Alex to a couple thrift stores she wants to go to, and that's our fun time. And so before we're getting ready to leave, Alex goes, Mom, can you look at this pasta? It looks like it has bites out of it. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because my daughter loves to eat raw pasta. Right next to me on the couch while we're watching a show. As you can imagine how that makes me feel.
Yeah.
Based on my love of sound.
No, now I know where this is going. Okay.
So I go, I was actually on the phone with my mom and she's coming in and like going, Mom, look at this. I'm like, just give me a minute. So then she goes into the kitchen and she goes, Mom, can you come take a look at this? And I'm like, all right. So she takes all the pasta out of the package.
This is spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Okay.
Bugs.
Oh.
Bugs all over the spaghetti.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is horrifying. So then I'm like, all right, well, I look at the date on the package. It's 2028 expiration date.
Oh, okay.
So I go, well, there's two options here. Either we just got a bad batch or our entire pantry is full of bugs.
Right.
Guys, which one do you think it is?
I think I'm going to say B.
B. You're going to say B. Well, you are correct. The entire pantry is littered with pantry bugs.
Is that what they're called? Pantry
That's what
bugs?
they're called.
Really?
So I look up the bug.
Oh, fuck.
And it's there's some scientific name, but they're just called pantry bugs. We start opening packages. So I don't have like a official pantry. I have cupboards in my kitchen, and the one big section of it I call the pantry because it's all food. The top shelf is pasta, grains. The next shelf is like canned goods. The next shelf is like snacky nut kind of stuff.
Open
sewage.
Yeah, right.
One section is sewage. It's where the cat goes to takes a shit. Isn't that what everybody does?
It's not an official pantry.
No,
but it does swivel.
Yeah.
So you've got the like different cat shit.
Just the shit.
Cat shit, dog shit.
I don't want to deal with litter,
shit.
so it's just where the animal shit. And then cereal on the bottom. So I start opening. I'm like, Sven. So he comes in. We start opening the boxes. All bugs. Every fucking box.
Are they flying bugs?
No, they're like little crawlies.
Okay.
They're like black. They almost look like fleas, but bigger. And a lot of
Why are
it's
they there?
good because it's me, Danielle.
I know. You have, honestly, I come home and I tell Jimmy these things and he's like, she cannot catch a fucking break.
I mean,
I'm like, she really can't.
We've had everything.
Do you, look,
Okay.
not blaming the victim, but do you use chip clips on everything?
Yes.
Okay, so
And
this
we
is
have
just...
and so the rice. So I'm in the moment I'm just like, should I? Like, it's good we didn't have guns in the house because I would have just probably shot everybody and just shot myself. Like, I was just like, fuck this. Do I burn the house down? Do I get in a car and just drive away and just keep driving until I get to Canada? So at some point we'll do an episode on how to survive pantry bugs.
Jesus.
But
All right.
yeah, so that was my weekend.
I'm so sorry. That sucks. I don't even know what happened this weekend, but it is time to get into our topic.
Yeah, teach us something,
We
Danielle.
are going to learn how to survive a bad trip.
Well, it's probably coming my way.
Yeah. Okay. People will often use drugs like mushrooms, LSD, MDMA, cannabis, and ketamine
Garen,
to feel a sense of euphoria,
Use them all, to be honest.
excitement, and wonder.
I want all of those feelings.
You're not going to after this. Users will often report that they feel more sociable, find the world around them more fascinating, and feel more connected to the universe and others around them when high on certain drugs. But the feelings caused by recreational drug use are not always positive. The effect a drug will have on you can be difficult to predict, particularly when it comes to psychedelics. Sometimes users may find themselves feeling panicked, depressed, and paranoid during a drug high.
Now, wait, have you
Yeah.
ever used a psychedelic, Danielle?
No.
Garen has. I have.
I have, yes.
Which psychedelics have you used?
I think just LSD.
Oh, Jesus.
I know, hardcore.
How old are you?
I was a teenager when I did
LSD.
it. That was the only option.
I did some lewds.
And what was your experience with it?
No, thank you.
You didn't enjoy it.
Did not enjoy it.
What, did you feel panicky?
Yeah, I mean, it was too out of my mind. Like, I didn't like being that out of my mind.
Yeah.
It was too much.
So I did, I want to say it was acid. I don't know if it really was. I don't know what
Is acid
what
LSD?
brand it
Yeah.
was. Yeah. So it was fine. It wasn't anything crazy for me. And then I did mushrooms, which I think we've talked
Yes,
about
we
before,
did.
where I had to take a dump in the desert and
Yes.
then listen to Fleetwood Mac for 3 hours.
Right.
But neither one of
Fleetwood
those
Mac.
was...
You don't like Fleetwood Mac, or you just don't want to listen
No,
to
I
it
do,
for 3
but
hours?
I've never been called to lay on a flat stone and stare at clouds and listen to landslide for whatever, but neither one of those was bad. I mean, feeling sick was bad, but once
Yeah.
I purged, I was
You were fine.
fine.
Okay.
And the colors came.
Oh, and then the colors came.
Yeah, those clouds were
The only thing
beautiful. I think I've got a dozen pictures of clouds in my phone.
I did go to Holland to visit my friend, and we did go into Amsterdam and had pot, like at a
Yeah.
coffee bar. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that it was pot. It might have been hash.
Okay.
But I don't know that that's a psychedelic. I definitely was confused about how much time had passed.
Yeah.
Like that, I remember.
Yes.
But it wasn't anything terrible.
Ensure the person tripping is physically safe. Before proceeding with harm reduction advice, it is important to make sure that the person in question is physically safe.
So tie them up.
Yes. No matter what they say. When in doubt, it is always best to seek the advice of a medical professional and to be totally honest with that professional about what the person has taken and how much they have taken. Being high on drugs will often impair a person's judgment. In some cases, drugs may also interfere with depth perception, making falls more likely.
Yeah,
and at our age...
No, we can't break a hip over just some mushrooms. Not worth it.
To minimize the chance of accident or injury, keep the person tripping away from high places, bodies of water, traffic, or other physical dangers. Take the person to a calm, safe environment. If the person experiencing a bad trip is not already in a safe, controlled environment, such as their home or the home of a friend, try to bring them to a place that is peaceful and quiet. Loud public settings such as festivals can be difficult to tolerate when under the influence of drugs such as psychedelics.
Or just straight,
for me,
just not even under, just like sober.
Sober, I don't want to deal with. I don't want to be with festival people.
All the patchouli.
With their short shorts and your floppy hats.
Oh, and the clips with the feathers.
Oh, God. The roach clips?
Yeah.
Do people still wear those?
I don't know, but I think there's still feathers in hair. I just don't know how they're put in. They probably go to like a salon and have them put in now.
Yeah, they probably
have to pay
do.
like
They're
$100.
Exactly. If you are in a public place, you should bring the person tripping to a quieter spot to help them feel more calm. Try to avoid leading the person on their own. Some music festivals will have welfare tents or areas where you can bring people who are having a bad trip.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yes, although I'm sure it's still somewhat loud.
Because there's so many people in there who are having bad
and
trips.
You're probably still close to the music. I mean, stay hydrated, of course. It is a good idea to get some water for a person experiencing a bad trip and to advise them to take slow sips. They do not need to chug massive amounts of water in a short period of time. Taking sips of water is best.
Because then they'll have to use a porta potty, and if you're having a bad trip, imagine having to go in a
Can
porta
you
potty.
imagine?
Oh my God.
The shit just keeps reaching up to you.
Oh, that'd be so scary.
Gentle hydration can help with feelings of nausea. See, this is why I've never done drugs. Aside from the fact that the DARE program worked on me and the Len Bias
the only
thing,
person.
the only person, and the Len Bias story, which I've told, is that I hate being nauseated so much, and I'm so prone to being nauseated that why would I purposely put myself in that position?
Not worth the risk.
When I told you that I had that hip injection and I completely went lightheaded and nauseated, like that's all I could think of when reading about this, because I felt so horrible, and all I felt was, how long is this going to last? Like I was panicking.
Yeah.
Like, how long is this? And that was just like 30 seconds of being lightheaded. Well, I mean, it was more than lightheaded, but anyway, I was nauseated. Okay. If you are experiencing a bad trip, try to be as open as possible about how you are feeling with a trusted friend or loved one. Sharing your experiences can reduce the distress you may feel and may help to pull you out of whatever emotional spiral you are experiencing. So likewise, if you're the person with them, try to get them to talk. That's what it says.
Yeah, don't pretend to be the devil.
Don't put on your Freddy Krueger mask, Garen. And think it's hilarious.
Are you seeing?
Describe them equally. Try not to push someone to speak if they don't feel comfortable doing so. It is best to just let them know you're here for them and they can make their own choice. All trips are temporary, although we're going to find out later some are more temporary than others.
Maybe not so much.
It can be helpful to remember or to remind someone you are caring for that a drug high will eventually wear off. Drugs can influence the perception of time, so it is easy while experiencing a bad trip to worry that the trip will last an inordinately long time or will never subside. Reassure the person you are taking care of that what they are feeling will not last forever and that the highs will eventually wear off. Avoid self-medicating. It may be tempting to use other drugs such as cannabis or alcohol while experiencing a bad trip, as you may assume that these substances will help you calm down. Introducing more drugs is risky, as how drugs interact with each other isn't always very predictable, especially if the person having a bad trip has already taken multiple substances.
Oh, yeah.
Such as LSD and MDMA. I don't know why you would combine things, but benzodiazepines
benzodiazepines, better known as Xanax or Valium, which I'm guessing is what they called bennies in the 70s.
Yeah.
Are not capable of stopping a psychedelic trip. Despite
But what about what
some
RFK
myths-
likes to smoke?
What does he like to smoke?
Something with a D. I'll look it up.
Oh.
We'll talk about it on the bonus because I want to talk about Olivia
Oh, yeah.
Nutsy, whatever her last name is pronounced.
Newsy.
Oh, because she's so into news.
Because the headline in the, I guess it was the New York Post, was he did it all for the Newsy.
Hilarious.
Maybe it's Nuzzy, I don't know. If you present a doctor or paramedic, if you present, that
Yes.
word again, if you present,
I'm presenting.
here's my ass to a doctor or paramedic, they may give you this kind of medication to help you calm down, but basically only do it with a doctor. Don't just think
Yes.
you can start popping bennies and know what you're doing. Try some grounding techniques. If you find yourself distressed or panicking while high on drugs, using grounding techniques can help prevent you.
Like squats?
I think it means wearing rubber shoes when handling
yes.
electricity.
Okay.
I think that's what they're
So
talking
put on
about.
rubber shoes and squat.
One type of grounding technique called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique
Oh.
and relates to the 5 senses. I thought this was sort of interesting.
Let's hear it.
Also may be helpful for people just experiencing panic, even if
general.
it's not drug-induced. If you feel like you would not get distressed by thinking too much about your surroundings, you can try these steps. This is the 5-4-3-2-1. First, look around and pick out 5 things that you can see. In a living room, you might pick a carpet, television, a mug, a gaming console, and a plant. It can help to say each item out loud.
Okay.
Look for 4 things you can touch. This could be the feeling of clothes against your skin or the grass under your feet, depending on where you are. You can reach out and touch an object nearby and think about the sensation.
Oh.
Acknowledge 3 things you can hear. Try to focus on things inside your body, such as the rumbling of a nearby, outside of your body, such as the rumbling of a nearby train track. Oh boy, if you're at a nearby train, if you're near a train track and you're tripping, get away.
Go leave the train area.
You know, stuff like that. Sound of a bird. Think of 2 things you can smell. If you're at home, you may be able to smell the scent of shampoo on your hair, or the lingering smell of whatever you cooked for lunch.
Danielle's
etc.
car.
My car. Oiga Vault. You don't even know. Think of 1 thing you can taste. This could be the lingering taste of something you recently ate or drank. Or you can chew a piece of gum. Okay. There's also different kinds of breathing exercises you can do. Stick together and implement a buddy system. A person having a bad trip is in a vulnerable position and should not be left alone. The gentle presence of another person can help them feel less afraid, while they may be inclined to panic if left by themselves. If you're having a bad trip, it may be tempting to run off by yourself, but it is always better to let a friend know how you're feeling and ask them to come with you. Now, planning a trip. There are some steps you can take to make your drug-taking experience as safe and pleasant as possible. Reflect on your mindset at the time and make sure you are in the right headspace to take psychedelics. Choose a calm environment such as your home or a wide open space such as a garden. Avoid taking drugs alone and instead do them with people you trust. If you are new to taking psychedelics, take a low dose so that you are not too overwhelmed by the intensity. Don't do that thing like in a movie where you take a little bit and go, I don't feel anything, and then you take a handful. Don't be that jackass.
Do people really do that, or is that a movie thing?
I don't know. I'm sure people do. Make a plan how you might spend your time during your trip. I don't know, filling out forms or making a to-do list.
Calling your insurance company?
Sure. Oh my God. Minimize the need to venture into busy areas. Ensure you have adequate food and water before starting, and try not to have a reason to leave a safe, familiar space you have decided to trip in. In other words, if it's 12 o'clock and school pickups at 3, maybe don't trip right then.
No, not a good call.
Yeah. This is good. Having snacks, waters, or a coloring book or other supplies on hand before your trip can help with this. Figure out before your trip who you can call or what you can do in an event of an emergency. Okay, so this is just a little something that I think she's a psychiatrist. Actually, I don't know what ND means. I think she helps people psychiatrically with medicines.
Okay.
With the psychedelics. And she also takes psychedelics herself.
I know there are people, I have I have a friend who did like a trip mushroom experience with a guide.
Yeah.
That's like, it's meant to sort of transform things you're going through.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was a psychiatrist or if it was like some kind of healer, but like this idea that you do it for transformative reasons, like to work through stuff in your life. Like that is,
right.
I think, really interesting. But go on.
Well, she believes in this, but she's had a really bad trip.
Okay.
And so she is arguing with the community because apparently
she's against it now.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She's not. What she's against is apparently there's a bunch of radical hippies who say there's no such thing as a bad trip. So she's fighting against this because their whole thing is, no, there's no such thing as a bad trip. You can learn from anything. And it's all, and she's like, fuck you. I was psychotic.
Yeah.
So I'll just read a little bit of what she...
I'm interested.
Want to start a war on social media? Post something like this. Bad trips exist. As somebody who has worked in the psychedelic space for years now and has supported many, many people during their trips, it is time to come out of the closet and say it. People can be harmed by psychedelics and bad trips exist. Okay, so when I talk about bad trips, I'm talking about the harrowing, painful journeys to the underworld from which we return raw and exhausted with some important piece of our healing work. Okay, sorry. I'm not talking about, let me start that again. When I talk about bad trips, I'm not talking about the harrowing, painful journeys to the underworld from which we return raw and exhausted with some important piece of our healing work having been catalyzed. When I talk about bad trips, I mean the trips that register in the body as a trauma or injury to the nervous system. And that is not, in fact, the same thing as a difficult trip. What happens when we deny this truth is that we inadvertently alienate those who have had traumatic or harmful experiences. These people have endured a trauma and are now being told that they have not. So she says, it's important. She's like, you can be in the right space and still have this happen.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware. She said, now
it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
That's like saying you didn't have a nightmare. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it can just be a nightmare. It doesn't mean like, well, what did you learn from it? It's like, well, just a bunch of stuff in my brain happened that was awful.
She says having a high level of neuroticism, being neurotic, can make it worse, which is why I think you probably had a bad experience on LSD.
I've had super high anxiety. I don't think I'm the kind of person who's open to this.
So she goes on a long thing. I'm not going to say it all, but I will tell you that she said, so she had a really bad experience.
Yeah.
What prolonged my healing was people insisting that there was no such thing as a bad trip. I heard this.
Prolonged her healing?
Prolonged the length of her healing.
Oh, like it made it harder for her to heal.
Yeah, that's how I know, it's a weird way to say it. I heard this line in my ayahuasca circle, at psychedelic conferences, on social media, on podcasts, and in books. The experience denying and victim blaming made me feel angry and alone. And there's more to that. But now, are you ready for a story?
Yes. I'm so interested.
All right. This was in Vice. This is by a woman named Ilana McConnell. The day of my own bad trip started quite unremarkably. I was hungover when I woke up, but I still decided to drop a tab with 3 of my friends, the 3rd or 4th time I had ever taken acid. We walked up to the Wellington Botanic Gardens. It was Sunday and the weather was beautiful. A perfect day for a trip, I thought. The gardens were crowded with loved-up couples, tourists, and loud families, all coming to admire the scenery. At first, the internal scenery of the mind, was pleasant, and we all started feeling giddy. About an hour in, we walked up to the grassy hill and sat down. The rest of my group were chatting, but I went deeper into my own head. I made the mistake of thinking about acid flashbacks, which in that moment I interpreted as acid unlocking a traumatic repressed memory. I started to see a hallucination of a woman who seemed like she was from the past dressed in 70s attire. This seemed to confirm my fears about flashbacks, and I gave an audible gasp of fear. That was the beginning of the hellish 20 hours. I was spiraling and I didn't know how to stop it. I started seeing negativity everywhere. But what I'd experienced so far was just the tip of the iceberg. When I got to my room, I tried to put on soothing music to calm myself down. Hands shaking, I searched up Sea of Love by Cat Power and pressed play. Now, I looked up this song. It is the Darren song, Sea of Love.
Yes.
Covered by some...
Cat Power, yeah.
You know who Cat Power is?
I love her, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it already sounds like what they would play in a commercial for a horror movie. So
it's
like,
a sad version.
It's a sad version.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why she thought this was a good idea, but anyway.
The acid and my state were too powerful to be turned around by the normally beautiful song, which became terrifyingly distorted and warped. This sent me into a full-blown panic. Everything around me became hostile, ugly, disgusting, and scary. It was like the drug had latched onto my fear and panic and was churning out reflections of it. I had created my own private hell and saw my fears come to life, some that I didn't even know I had. I saw a valley filled with visions of the most horrific things that I could possibly think of. The visions were strangely one-dimensional, as if I had looked up on Google Images what a stereotypical bad trip would look like. I saw masked men with weapons staring at me dead in the eyes, dead bodies and puddles of blood, animals being killed. Eventually, the vivid illusions dimmed to sinister shadows, and I did my best to compartmentalize the horror of my bad trip and to go about my life like everything was fine. But it was a short-term solution, and it didn't stop anxiety creeping back into my life. I was struggling to sleep, ruminating, and I started to feel like I had gone crazy. The bad trip was defining me, and it felt like I would never be happy again. I started researching PTSD and resonated with most of the symptoms, re-experiencing the trauma through intrusive recollections, flashbacks or nightmares, avoiding places and activities that reminded me of the trauma, difficulty sleeping and concentrating, persistent negative beliefs about myself, others, and the world, detachment. It was all there, but because my trauma was not typical of PTSD, and because it was a choice to take an illegal drug, I didn't feel like my experience was legitimate. I felt more and more discontented from the world and began to feel I had ruined my life. I mean, can you imagine just like one moment, one decision? I dreaded going to bed because it was dark and I would be alone with my thoughts and imagination. I looked for hallucinations in shadows, bathroom stalls, doors, and walls. I was so afraid of going crazy that I was going crazy.
And this is post her trip.
The internet allowed me to find others and read stories about those who had experienced a bad trip. Of course, you don't always find what you're looking for. Amid the success stories, there were harrowing tales of institutionalism, years of trauma, psychosis, unemployment, isolation. I alternated between tentative hope and overwhelming despair. I went to counseling, and it helped me with the healing process. Sure, my counselor was a middle-aged Christian woman who I don't think had touched an illegal drug in her life, but she did her best to help me work through the trauma. I now volunteer with Know Your Stuff and Deep Space, two harm reduction groups. Know Your Stuff provides drug checking at festivals, among other services, and Deep Space offers peer support to those going through difficult emotional and psychological experiences at festivals, including challenging psychedelic experiences. I wanted to take my own experience and transform them into something positive. A year after my bad trip, I am okay. It was one of the most difficult experiences of my life, but I learned a lot and grew even more in the aftermath.
Wow.
So that is not uncommon. I read more than one story that was like, and then a year later, like it's really scary.
Really harm you long term.
Yeah.
This is our DARE episode.
Yes,
don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Or at least, I don't know. I wouldn't do psychedelics. But
I love that she volunteers though and helps other people at festivals. Like that's so cool that she threw herself into the fire in a way.
I know, it's really
because she's not avoiding a place that is scary for her. I mean, you would think she'd be like, I don't even want to be around people who are on drugs.
Right.
She's like, I'm going to help people in maybe their worst moments.
Right.
That's really impressive. I don't know that I would be able to do that. Like put yourself in that space of helping other people, but it's pretty commendable.
It's very commendable. But so be careful, Garen. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't feel called to do that again.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't not do it again because it was when I did it was pleasant, but that's not that is not a risk that I'm really interested in seeking out.
Right.
The opportunity shows up, who knows, but I'm not being like, hey, you got any acid? Like I'm not.
Right.
That ain't me. That ain't.
Yeah. And it can happen with natural.
Oh yeah.
It's not just the chemical stuff.
Right.
So I don't know about mushrooms. I didn't read any stories that were because of mushrooms. So maybe mushrooms are safer, but it's still psychedelic. So I don't know.
Nothing.
It's still doing whatever it does to your brain that releases,
I think there's a lot of, just to be clear, sort of, we're not we don't know, like microdosing mushrooms is a whole other field of scientific research that we're not talking about on this episode.
Right.
I think there's a lot of emerging research that this can be beneficial
Yes.
and under medical supervision, and that's a whole other thing. That's clearly not what we're talking about on this episode. That
Right.
I think there's a lot. I think that's potentially really helpful to people who can have like long-term depression that isn't benefited from, over the counter not over the counter, but like prescription medication,
yeah.
like all that's really fascinating. And so that's a whole other realm.
Yeah. No, that is really interesting. All right. Well,
Listen.
we're going to take a little breaky poo.
Let's take a breaky poo. Now we call them breaky poos.
In my head, I always call them breaky poos.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's my favorite breed of dog too, Breaky Poos.
Oh, I don't
See
like them.
They're
They're
so,
so
cute, though.
barky.
Yeah, but they're cute. They got
Not
those
to me.
floppy ears.
Their eyes are always kind of runny.
You gotta sit on
I
top
know.
of
You
them.
have to like
You
express
have to
them.
wipe their. You have to express their eyes.
Oh, I do have an actually that we'll have to do later. Please remind me. Okay.
Well, let's take a break. So
Let's take a breaky poo.
Yeah. Okay. Breaky
bye.
poo.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hello, welcome back.
Hey, it's nice to see you.
Did I just wake you up?
Yeah.
Your eyes were closed.
I was micro napping.
Oh.
I do everything
that's
micro.
safe. That's
'cause
good.
It's safe.
Yeah. Microblading. Have you tried that?
I've heard about it. Is that where you buy those razors and you shave your face and everybody thinks they're doing something else, but they're just shaving their faces?
I think that's part of it, but then there's also the thing for your eyebrows where you don't have to do it.
The threading.
Because you have nice... No, it's not. It's the opposite. It's to make you look like you have eyebrows. But you don't have to do it because you have nice eyebrows.
I've got big ends.
Yeah, I used to. I don't know what happened. They kind of stopped.
They just stopped. One day they said, we're done.
I think what happened was the 90s. When we had the thin eyebrows.
I remember that. Mine came back.
Yeah, mine mostly came back, but there's a couple of bald spots.
Fill those in with a little pencil.
Well, I do.
Okay. Well, they look
But
fine.
you can do this microblading technique.
Okay.
Which I guess digs into your skin, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's fascinating.
Karen's going to
but
look it up,
maybe
and
he'll
we're
look
going
it
to
up
put
for-
it in.
yeah.
What did we learn today?
All right. Well, actually, maybe our guest knows what it
Maybe
is.
she'll
because I think
enlighten
she's
us.
nodding.
She's good
Nodding
eyebrows.
off because we're so boring.
Wake her up. We got to bring her in.
What, huh?
On the first half of the show, we talked about how to survive a bad trip.
Yes.
And as a twist, for the second half of the show, we're also going to talk about how to survive a bad trip with our guest, Ilana Cohn-Sullivan.
Hello, Ilana.
Hi, Ilana.
It was a good trip gone bad, yeah.
Yes. Well, first of all, Ilana co-hosts her own podcast called That's So Mental with a former guest of ours, Christina Fernandez.
Delightful.
So
You guys are sworn enemies, right?
Forever.
Isn't that
No.
weird?
that is
God, I love her
mental
so
then.
much.
Yeah, she's great.
She's great.
So
Sweet.
tell us again what the premise of the show is.
Yeah, it's basically we are not mental health experts.
Right.
We are clowns,
Yeah.
essentially. But we talk all things mental health, and it's been really nice because we talk to all different kind of performers and creatives, artists. We also talk to some mental health professionals about all things mental health, and it turns out everybody's got some issues.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not special.
no, we're all struggling.
As a former boyfriend said, your pain is not unique. He's
I like
gone
that
on to
dig.
great things.
I like that dig.
He wasn't saying it about me, but he was just thought that was a good way to like look at life.
I had a boyfriend once say, it's not my fault that you weren't loved enough as a child.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Former boyfriend.
Yes, not my husband.
Good.
This was a
Former
early
boyfriend, current
20s, early 20s.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
He wasn't wrong, but
But you're also an actress.
yes.
And you're going to be in a show soon at the Elysian.
Yes.
And what is the show?
My husband is doing a show. He plays a character who's a eternal 17-year-old girl named Kelly. She's the, oh my God, shoes, Kelly.
Wait, that's who he's playing?
That's who he is. I mean, that's a character he created.
Yes.
So he's doing a very Kelly Christmas. And it's Kelly and her family and friends. And I am coming as a special guest.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
And what is your husband's name?
His name is Liam Kyle Sullivan.
Okay.
And
Irish much?
just a bit. the Gyrish is strong in our family.
Wow.
The Jewish-Irish
Nice.
contingency.
It's a nice mix.
And so, wait, you said it's December 20th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
At
well,
7:30.
So it sounds like a broad comedy. Is that what
It's
we're
pretty
talking?
broad.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Nice.
That was one of the first viral videos.
It
right?
was. He's doing like a
Jeez.
nostalgia show, basically.
That's pretty cool.
Showing some videos, playing some characters. It's going to be fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're old. Garen's in on all these things. So
It was very funny.
You know about
Yeah.
Kelly.
Shows.
Shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very- it's very funny.
And you have kids yourself?
Yes.
How old are your
with,
kids?
With my husband.
Yes.
Oh, that works
I didn't mean
out.
yourself. Yeah. You have the kids and he has the show.
He has the show and I take the kids. 2 kids, 12 and 6.
Oh, nice.
So we needed a break.
Do they get
Yes.
along?
They get along insanely well. And I feel very
Yay!
grateful. My daughter is just a gem of a human and like,
She's the 12-year-old?
yeah, truly would wish on her birthday cakes, like, I wish for a baby brother or sister
Oh, my God.
for years. I mean, she really, and she loves children in general. And
Aw.
she's just so sweet to him. And, you know, he's like a 6-year-old boy.
Yeah.
But also very sweet and fun.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Very sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
They're good.
Okay, so
Before all that sweetness came into your life. Or
Yes.
maybe while.
During.
Who knows?
during.
During.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so when are we
Plot
and
thickens.
where does this take place?
So this is 2 years ago this week.
Oh,
actually.
a happy anniversary.
Thank you. Of survival. I've survived.
Okay.
So I have had a lifelong struggle with depression, which is part of starting the podcast.
Gotcha.
And I've tried all the different things over the years, and some things work, and nothing's ever like super long term. And I had been researching like alternative modalities, you know, like ketamine and ayahuasca and psilocybin, and like I, as a young person, experimented with a lot of different drugs and have always enjoyed them.
Okay.
But I was like interested in the therapy of it. I was like, okay, this could be something. And I was just like having a year of just like really, this was post-pandemic. Pandemic was hard for
Yeah.
everybody. And I
You
went
had
into
littles.
a pretty deep, I had a baby at the time.
Right.
And when we came out of it, it was like such a weird feeling. And I like couldn't shake the depression, you know? And I went on meds for the first time in my life during the pandemic, and they weren't really working for me. It wasn't the right cocktail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I weaned myself off, and then I still was just like, things aren't good. So anyway, from like January through the summer, I was just like in a deep funk. And my best friend went to this place and did this ayahuasca retreat.
Okay.
Came back like changed, and she's like, of everyone in my life, I feel like you're the one who would really like benefit. And I'm like, yeah, I've been looking into this for a long time and all this stuff, and it's very expensive. And she's a high power attorney and she was like, I would pay for you to go.
So before, just out of curiosity, how was she changed? How did she say it had benefited her?
There was just, you know, like it ultimately it changes your perception, right? And there was just like this lightness and this like also this sort of depth, and she just was like better.
And you saw it in her.
And I could see
Okay.
it. I was like, I want that, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, but I can't do this. And she like insanely generously offered to
Nice.
send me. And
Is this out in the desert? It sounds like it'd be in the
it's
desert.
in Costa Rica in the jungle.
Oh, wow.
It's like you fly there,
Yeah.
you go do this thing.
Plus, you get to go to Costa Rica.
And you get to go to Costa Rica for vacation-ish. And
Yeah.
until it's not. And so I thought on it for a long time because I was like, this is too generous. I was like, why don't I, you know? And
Yeah.
ultimately I was like, okay, thank you. This is insane. Thank you so much.
Right.
So I did all the preparation. You have to do like a specific diet. You can't drink or smoke weed or do anything before. Like you have to be really cleansed, and I did it, and was really like excited to go, and I went. And basically, it's 4 plant ceremonies, 4 ayahuasca back to back. So you get there. I got there on a Sunday.
And can you tell me what kind of place is it? Is it like a fancy hotel? Is it like huts in the forest?
It's like a fancy retreat center.
Okay.
And this place specifically had like a medical center on site in case anything went wrong.
Okay. So the place, is it just dedicated to this? It's just ayahuasca. It's not like on Sundays it's for bar mitzvahs or something. It's always ayahuasca.
I would love to see that, actually.
Or maybe that's the theme of the bar mitzvah, ayahuasca. Now, it's so funny because I was reading about this.
Yeah.
The thing about doing it 4 times, I don't understand why once isn't enough.
I know. And, in retrospect, I mean, for me, once would have been enough. And I think... I don't really know what the purpose of the 4 nights in a row is. I think it's like to get deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay. And I think most people probably, like the accountant in Indiana has trouble like really letting go, where I'm let go all the time. I'm like spiritually
You're very open.
Tapped in.
Okay.
I have, I have deep intuition. I'm a very open person, like it doesn't take much.
Okay. So walk us through the first day / night. Is it you're with a group of people? Are you on your own with a practitioner? I need the details.
Yeah. So there's about 50 people who all do this at the same time.
Okay.
And then there are people who are like helpers, but they're also taking the ayahuasca.
Oh, okay. Whoa. So a lot of help they are.
And then one medic, I think, who's not.
And so they take it with you. And how is it ingested?
Well, so before that, so I get there.
Yes.
And I'm in a room with a couple other women. We like meet each other. We eat together. There's a pool. Everyone's kind of like relaxed.
Yeah.
But the thing about this specific place is like, you're also taking all these classes. And they said they're like integration classes, but it felt a little more like, just felt a little culty.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Just a little.
A little like I did a Deepak Chopra retreat, and it's a little like that, where it's like there are classes, but everybody's like, wait till you hear Deepak talk, and wait till you go to his classes. Friend? Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Is he on there?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He was in the email communication.
Okay, I can't wait to learn about that. But
if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
You're very aware that you feel like you're in this community that everybody's like. It just feels culty.
It feels culty.
Yeah.
It's very welcoming.
Yeah.
Very welcoming.
The hugs last a little too long.
But you're also like going and doing a colonic before you cult with a colonic.
It's all in.
It's all in. The other thing I will mention is that I had not really been sleeping because October 7th was before. I have family there. I was just in this not great mental space. And definitely sleep deprived. I got there. I also like couldn't sleep. I just was like a lot of not sleeping, which I think contributed to how things went so fucked up. Mm-hmm. So once the ceremony starts, it's at night. I think the first one, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, was Monday. Mm-hmm. And you're in a room, you're in this big room called the Maloka, and there's mattresses on the floor, and next to the mattress is a roll of toilet paper and a bucket.
Is that if people want to have sex with each other, or?
No sex allowed.
Oh, okay.
No touching.
Okay.
So you're on your individual mattress. The bucket is for barfing.
Okay.
Right.
And there's bathrooms that you're pooping your brains out. The toilet paper is not for that. It's just for like,
wiping yourself?
Yeah, like some people are like drooling and spitting, and it's just for like clean up.
Okay, God. This already sounds great.
So glamorous.
Sounds super glamorous. So so there's a shaman each night, and there were different shaman that came in, and they were like, it's a weird place because these people are legitimate shamans that they've had come from, various places in Peru or Colombia or whatever. But I think they also get paid like a lot of money because it's this super fancy place. And it just is like, when I've heard about other ayahuasca circles, it's like, never more than 10 people.
That's
and this
what I was picturing. When you said 50, I was shocked.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of energy is in the room.
Like a Walmart sort of, it's like, You don't want to go when they're doing that many at once.
Yes. Too many.
That's a lot.
It's too many. Especially if you are a sensitive person who also is like an empath and absorbs all the different things, you know, it's like, it's a lot of different energies coming at you. So you take you get in line.
Okay.
The medicine comes in like a shot glass. It basically tastes like mud. And you drink it, and then you go lay down on your mattress, and you just wait. And it's like silent the first hour, and then they start playing music. And what we learned in the classes was that if you can get up, if you can stand up, if you're able to walk over, you go get another cup.
Oh, shit.
Of ayahuasca when they call.
Okay.
And I am a competitive person.
Okay. So you're like,
and also maybe have some alcoholic tendencies. And was like, I was pretty tapped into the like expanse of the universe.
Okay.
You know, there's like two things that happen. Like the psychological thing is that like your ego shuts down and all of the like parameters in your brain that like make you able to, I don't know the right words, but make you able to like function in society go away.
Okay.
Right?
Your
So
guardrails?
you're like, yes, all of your guardrails are gone. So your psyche is just like blown out and you're able to kind of think in a way that you're not ordinarily able to think. And then the spiritual side of it is that you're like tapping into the vastness of the universe and like what's beyond our little tiny rock in the sky that's zooming through space, right? Like the bigger picture.
Right.
Which I very much felt completely tapped into.
Wow.
That's
okay.
pretty cool.
So that's a positive.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was all done with all four, what it sort of felt like was like, I got too much information. And my brain was like, you can't handle
You're overwhelmed.
all of this
Yeah.
information.
Oh my God.
So I had moments where I was like dealing with past trauma. I saw like my ancestors. I mean, it was like all this crazy stuff. I could see all the connections in my life currently and how they all were. It's wild and really cool, but ultimately like it was way too much medicine for me. I'm too sensitive to whatever.
We had a 6-pack, right?
Every night.
Yeah, she was
kept
so
getting up.
competitive.
They're like, if you can get up a third time.
Yeah. So second night felt a little bit, I can't remember if it was the first night now or the second night. One of them knocked me on my ass. And then the third night was like a little more mellow. There was a female shaman. It was like a very like soft, motherly energy. And what's funny is the week before, I had this kind of feeling of like, I think I'm only going to do 3 nights. And then when I got there, I was like, I'm only going to do 3 nights.
Yeah.
And then when the 4th night was coming, I was like, well, I got to do the 4th night.
God, peer pressure. Ayahuasca peer pressure.
Ayahuasca peer pressure.
Yeah.
And had I stopped there, I think probably what happened wouldn't have happened, but ultimately it led me to where I am now, which is in a better place. So maybe it had to happen and I just need hard lessons. I don't know. The 4th night is a different kind of medicine called yahe.
Oh, it's not ayahuasca.
It's a form of ayahuasca, but it's like a Colombian brew. It's stronger. And
it's like coffee, the Colombian
Yeah, I was
coffee.
just gonna- I was thinking
You're
the
like,
exact same-
gross.
They're not fucking around.
No.
It's single origin ayahuasca. It's fair trade ayahuasca.
Yep, fair trade. Single drip. So we did, and that one started a little bit later and went until like 7 in the morning.
Oh,
God.
man.
And I had a really dark time during it
Okay.
where I was like completely untethered. I remember someone came over to help me and I couldn't even like move. I just saw, and I looked up and it looked like a Black Mirror, like pixelated face. God. And I was like, I'm just going to be stuck here forever. And I talk about this on our podcast. We did a 2-hour episode.
Oh, I bet.
where I go into depth, but I had made a friend who like, we came out of one of the ceremonies and I was like, oh my God, you're my brother. And he looks like my brother. I just was, and we both were like, yeah. So he became like a friend. And then on that 4th night, I walked outside and he was being hogtied.
What?
In your mind.
No.
For real?
By a medic.
What?
I guess if people like try to hurt themselves.
Oh,
or
because he
run
was
or-
in danger. So they were
Right.
trying to help him.
Right.
We think.
Fuck?
I think you were in a horror movie.
I was going to say, I don't think that's a normal prescriptive hog tying. That seems insane.
It seems like they would do other things first, but
was he shouting and screaming and flailing and stuff?
Yeah. And that was really scary to see. And then I just was like, I mean, I spent probably hours like muttering to myself, just like, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe. And just like, get through this dark night.
This is like a Nicole Kidman miniseries.
Yes.
Where she's using a weird accent. Mm-hmm. She's got a great wig, always.
Always.
And then things seem great, but then they go awry.
Yeah. The rainbow comes out in the beginning, and then she's trying to run into the forest. Yeah.
Were you still in the room? Or are you wandering around?
You could go right outside, and I had a really hard time staying on my mattress. I was like, I wanted to be in the grass. I wanted to be in nature. Okay. I was like...
and they wouldn't let you because they didn't want you to be by yourself?
I mean, they eventually would like come out and be like, are you ready to go inside? But there was one night where I turned into a cheetah and ran out on all fours.
Oh. Did you actually run out on all fours?
I apparently did.
Holy shit.
And they were like trying to get me back in, and it was...
This is every fucking week for these people.
Basically, what ended up happening is while I was in that crazy dark place on Thursday night, I also started just like thinking about this particular place where we are and the way the people are treated and the indigenous people. And I just sort of tapped into like who's running this place and got a little like not even conspiratorial, like real.
Yeah.
And just like tapped into this like kind of dark underbelly of like this very... indigenous ancient practice being capitalized on by this white rich asshole,
right?
You know, and turning it into a business. And I think there was part of my brain that just like clamped onto that, and I just kind of couldn't.
You were spinning out.
I was spinning out a little bit, but like not. I wasn't aware.
I could see that happening, and then you kind of can't transform it, right? Because it's like, I mean, we can do that without being on ayahuasca, right? If you get into a conversation about certain things where you're just like, I don't know how to not feel bad about this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could have that happen on ayahuasca, and then if you're so high, and you don't even know how to express that necessarily to your helper, it's like, how do I... There's no feeling better about it. Like, how do I not think this way right now?
There was, I mean, a series of things that happened while I was on the medicine made me like believe that like I was here to help heal the place. And then I was like, they're going to try to keep me here. And then I got that in my head. And then so I started kind of unraveling. And this was like Saturday.
Oh, wait, you stay there after?
Well, because I woke up Friday, or not woke up, but Friday morning, the ceremony was over, and everyone kind of like went to sleep, and I was still wide awake. And
because you know you're in danger. They're going to try to keep you there to keep you from stopping the bad stuff.
And at one point, I did this like ceremony in the Maloka by myself. I had people moving furniture. I moved all the branded stuff out of the main room, and I did this whole thing. And I was like guided by some other power. I wasn't on the medicine anymore. Like this was after the fact.
Did you open your own franchise?
I did. What's going on? Coming up in Brazil is going to be a great retreat center, female owned. And then I just was like, oh my God, they're going to try to keep me here. And then it was like all this paranoia. And I ended up, I got in a van, but there was like another van going with people that I had met. And I was like, no, I have to go by myself. And like I kept having the guy pull over because I was just not okay. But I told him I was nauseous. Why did you think you had to go by
yourself for the paranoia?
For my quest, I don't know. Whatever was
like,
happening.
Do you think the drugs were still kind of affecting?
Oh, 100%. For sure. I mean, she thinks that they're going to keep her there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So did you confide any of this in like to the guy who you were like,
brother.
You're my brother?
Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody. And so I got in the van. I ended up giving the van driver all of my money and my shoes.
Oh my God. Really good plan.
I was like, you need these more than I do. And he was like, I mean, I really
He's
don't.
Like, I'm the one with the job.
Yeah. And I had sandals on or whatever. But for some reason, I felt like he had to have my sneakers. And I got out at the airport and I was like, okay, I'm going to get on the plane. And then I saw my people that I knew. And we walked to the gate and I was like, I'll be back. And I was like, I can't get on this plane.
Oh my God.
I cannot get on this plane. And in my mind, if I had gotten on the plane, it would have crashed. Like that's where I was.
Magical thinking.
And I was a mess. If I had gotten on the plane in that state and had what happened happened on the plane, I would probably be on a no-fly list. So ultimately, my brain was saving me from further destruction.
Yeah.
I called my friend who had booked the place for me, and I was like, hey, so I can't get on this plane. She was like, yeah, of course you can. What do you mean you can't get? And I just was like, I'm going to go be by myself for a little bit. And she was like, oh, and trying to help me. She tried to book me another flight. I was like, no, and just like, whatever. The woman who saw me dance with the bat 6 hours later was at the airport for her flight, heard me singing in a bathroom stall.
No.
And was like, Ilana?
Oh,
and I was like, hey, come in. She told me this later. I did not remember this. And she was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can't get on that plane. And I thought I was stuck in this. I was just stuck.
Right.
And she got on the phone with my friend. My friend called the place and it was like, you have to go get her. Like she's something's going on. And then once I knew they were coming to get me, I gave my friend my passport and my phone. And I tried to run. And by this time, the airport security are watching me because I've just been milling around the airport
Singing
for 6 hours, singing in the
with
bathroom.
no shoes?
I had sandals.
Oh, you had
on.
your sandals on. Okay.
Oh,
and you also had no money, right?
I had no money.
Okay.
So dumb. Okay.
I had credit cards, I think. I just didn't have any cash.
Yeah.
So I gave her the stuff and I was like, oh my God, they're going to come get me. I do remember thinking at one point, I have to go figure out how to get more ayahuasca.
Oh no!
Dig up the root and the thing and cook them and I'll know. So I was like, okay. So I started.
You wanted more.
My brain thought that was the answer.
Yeah.
So I started to take off.
Okay.
I started to run
Not
into
at all suspicious.
the jungle.
My God.
Someone caught me and tackled me.
Someone from the place or someone from the airport?
Airport security.
Okay.
And then
Because it's probably not right at the airport, the jungle. Isn't it a little bit city usually by an airport? Or
it's pretty close. They
that is Costa Rica.
They tackled me on the median.
Yeah.
On the one-way?
They're like, we're not.
No.
Like to the freeway.
Where the drop-off place was or
yeah.
whatever. There was a big grassy median.
Yeah.
And
we've got another one going for the jungle.
They were like, every
These
week.
ayahuasca people.
Got another white American.
Yep.
Thinks she's gonna fix her problems.
She's running like a cheetah into
trying
the
to
jungle.
dig ayahuasca out of the ground.
So they arrested me or handcuffed me. Took me to a place. I don't know if I was at a hospital or I was there somewhere, but it was like a triage room. The only thing I remember is thinking in my brain that the way to get out of this is to make everybody laugh.
Okay.
Sure.
The comedian in me was this is laughter's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So
then they'll think I'm normal.
it's this is how the people on the street who you're like, that person's crazy. They're just trying to figure out how to get themselves out of that situation.
Right.
So I was handcuffed to a bed in a triage room trying to make everyone, clowning basically.
Yes.
Did it work? Were you? Did
No,
they
that
laugh?
didn't work.
No.
I did get a kid to laugh. Why there was a kid there, I do not know.
They brought him in to see you.
But his mom was like,
Oh my God.
but escorting, they came back with an ambulance from the retreat center. And I was like, oh my fucking God, they got me.
Oh God,
It's
that's
so
your worst fear.
But it's so funny because you created it. Your worry, your number one worry was they weren't going to let you go. Then they let you go and you won't leave.
Right.
Until they have to come and get you again.
Yeah, and then hold me captive because I keep trying to escape.
Right. Okay, so they come and get you.
They come and get me. They had to put me out. They had to knock me out. So they gave me shots of stuff, but I didn't know what was going on. And there was I had Band-Aids on my butt and I was they're drugging me. It was just all.
You must have been so scared.
I was very scared. Aww. My family was terrified.
I was going to say,
my friend
because your husband, does he know what's going on?
Eventually, yes.
At the time, he doesn't. He doesn't think anything's amiss. Probably,
and nobody really knows. It was did this unlock schizophrenia? Is she
shit.
gone?
Oh, at the time, it was probably really scary. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody knew what was happening.
Yeah, because it sounds like you had a psychotic break.
I had a complete psychosis, and my therapist when I got back was like, "Yeah, it's ayahuasca induced psychosis. That's what you were going for, and you're just held on, But they were calling it a psychotic break, and they were saying that it was me and that I must have lied and that,
Lied about
Who's
what?
they? The people at the retreat?
the health center at the retreat.
Because they don't want to have any liability for
Mm-hmm.
it.
So
But lied about what? Your mental state?
Well, I was like, is it because I have a dental implant and that's contacting? I mean,
Yeah, you weren't in the best state to diagnose yourself at the time.
No, but I was like, why are they blaming me? What did I do? And it took a full week.
What?
My friend had to fly and get me. I put her through the worst week of her life, and I feel terrible.
Oh no! But what a good friend.
She's the best friend.
So
she's amazing.
You stayed at the ayahuasca place for a week,
right?
and they're taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you warning the new group of Americans who come in?
Apparently, they had to keep me away from everybody because I would.
you're a bad example.
I would talk to them and then be like, "Hey, you got to watch out for these people. They're trying."
Oh, shit.
So I think they had to keep me away from everybody. And in the very beginning, I wouldn't take. They were giving me antipsychotics to try to get me back online. And I wouldn't take them because I was like, they're trying to drug me.
Right. Yes,
and
of
then
course.
eventually I developed enough of a rapport with the main doctor there. And I was like, hey, so I haven't been taking these because I thought you were trying to keep me here. And he's like, you have to take them. You have to take them if you want to see your family again. I mean, I was I had bought my kids stuffies at the airport and I was carrying them around like they were my only link to the world of I have to see my kids again. Don't disappear. I just was, it was really horrible and scary and awful for everybody involved.
I actually have to wonder how often this happens.
I mean, that's the thing too.
Right?
So this place is notoriously has 5-star reviews and is really well renowned and all this stuff. And that's part of why, when I read all the comments on TripAdvisor and, was looking into it in that kind of way. But as I went, after I kind of came out of this and started to get better over the months or whatever, on Reddit, there's a ton of these kinds of stories.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah. And, there's a reason it's in Costa Rica and not here.
Right.
because
it's not legal
They
here.
can do that kind of stuff. And they have the support team there because they need it.
Yeah.
Because stuff like this happens.
Exactly.
Right?
Wow.
And, not every brain can react to that kind of stuff in a way that is healthy.
Yeah.
So
Did your friend make it? Did she do all 4 nights?
Yeah.
So she did the Yahweh one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think, like we were talking about in the first half of the show, you have to be in the right frame of mind, which you were not.
I wasn't.
And you have to be,
Rested?
yes. And you were clearly not.
Yeah.
would you say you've had long-lasting effects from that?
Well, I got sober
Okay.
after that.
So I would consider that a positive. Do you
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
that's a positive.
It's a positive. I think
Wait, did it inspire you to get sober, or did it kill the urge to drink? Or
Were you just
do
like, nope,
whatever?
nope, I'm done?
a
Or
little bit of both.
Wow.
Yeah. A little both. So so that's a positive.
okay.
I mean, it's so interesting because right after people would be like, well, you'd never do that again. I was like, I don't know.
Really?
Never will I have young kids ever. But I don't know, when I'm in my, a woman that I connected with was 75 years old. I would never do that again. I don't know that I would ever do it again in general, but certainly not a mass
Amount.
a mass amount, mass people, maybe with a very focused small group somewhere safe. But I mean, it's not on my mind anytime soon.
But how long? Because you said something about a month. Did the effects of the psychotic thinking continue?
It sort of did, which
Wow.
was scary. 'Cause
That is
It was
scary.
did I unlock bipolar? Did I, but no.
It eventually just
ultimately.
faded.
But so they wanted me to stay on the antipsychotics, and I did for 2 weeks, and I was like, these are not helping me.
Okay.
I just sort of knew, I was like, this is not something I should stay on, and I weaned off, and I was seeing Western doctor, Eastern doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist. My husband and my friend helped put everything in place for the second I got back of just
Good.
how do we support this healing journey from this situation?
Wow.
And so I weaned off the antipsychotics and felt better immediately after I stopped taking them. But I still had this kind of weird paranoia that lasted like a couple of months.
Wow.
And it wasn't constant, but it was like conspiracy theory in a way that like I'm not and have never been, and sort of and it was like scary.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like we're going to see in the next couple years like a documentary about not maybe this place or maybe places like this. Don't be surprised if you get contacted by an executive producer that's like,
Totally.
How do you feel being filmed in silhouette with your voice altered?
With a voice alter?
Yeah.
Definitely a voice alter. I'm down for that.
yeah, I mean, I think just be yourself. Go on.
I know I'm also like, can they come after me for being like, hey, here's what happened, you know?
No, because they're going to, I mean,
Sounds like they're going to have a lot of stories.
It could happen anywhere. It could, even if you were one-on-one with someone, if you didn't get enough sleep for days and days and days before, I'm sure that contributed.
And it can probably happen if you did. I mean, I think it's also like it can be a person
sensitivity,
who got the right amount of sleep, who didn't have a sort of really traumatizing event right before that, who, you know, all those sort of boxes are checked,
right,
and go in and still have a bad experience because we just don't know how those things are going to interact with our brains and our body chemistry, right? It's it's a powerful drug.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you so much. That was really a fantastic story. It was crazy. I'm so sorry.
An important answer to the question.
Yes.
Did you get your shoes back?
No, of course not. Of course not. I gave them to that van driver. And you know what? I bet he took them to someone who really needed them.
Good.
That's true. That's true.
I think someone out there needed them more than I did.
Well, you know what I love about that is even in your paranoid conspiratorial state in which you thought people were hunting you down, we're going to on purpose crash a plane that you were in just to keep you from getting away. Mm-hmm. You still were like, take my shoes, take my money. You still were this generous, loving person.
So sweet. So
Thank
sweet.
you.
Yeah.
I was really anti the white man on that journey. I was like, let me help these indigenous people.
We don't see Jason Bourne doing that.
No.
When he's on the run for his life and people are trying to kill him, he's not like, hey, do you need some money?
Yeah.
Hey, take my
Here's some
shoes.
shoes.
He's just thinking about getting away.
Jason Bourne and ayahuasca would be a disaster. He's been through some shit.
Yeah. Oh my
true.
God.
Yeah, you don't want to dig up that
know
trauma.
who he was.
Yeah, right?
That's a lot of.
That'd
He
be a
was
fun
shot
movie.
a dozen times. I don't know if you know that.
I'm going to start writing that movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
What a great
for
story.
Coming. That
Thank
was
you guys.
great. We're glad you're safe and healthy, and you got back to your babies.
Yes.
And we will be back right after this with what did we learn today?
Danielle,
Kristine,
are you ready to learn what we learned today?
Yes, except for first I want to do the actually before I forget.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
So we had said something about it takes years to get to Mars.
Okay.
You said, and then someone corrected us, but now I don't have what they corrected us. Apparently it doesn't
Few
take
months?
Yeah, apparently it doesn't take that long.
Huh.
But it was funny because in between you saying that
Yes.
and me getting the actually,
Yes.
my dad called me. He likes to be silly.
Yes.
And he said, I've decided that with my last couple of years, I'm just going to go to Mars and live there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I just found out that it takes like 3 years to get there. And he was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Well, now you can let him know.
Yeah.
It's much quicker.
Yeah, so if he wants to go.
Looks like roughly 9 month travel time from Earth to Mars.
Okay.
Using the Hohmann transfer orbit.
Oh,
that method.
that one. Yeah.
Well, maybe I was looking at a different method.
Different, yeah.
Let's just wait till 911 goes to Mars, and then we'll have all the information we
Yes,
need.
that's where I
Right.
get every bit of information when I do
Yes.
an episode is from 911, where I learn everything about life. The British series Broadchurch debuted on ITV in 2013.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why they all have flip phones. And ran for 3 series, through 3 seasons, I think, through 2017. It stars David Tennant and Olivia Colman. Phoebe Waller-Bridge indeed appears in series 2.
They call
Wow.
it series in the UK.
Yeah, they say
Sorry,
series.
I'm sorry. My bad.
So, in that case, this is obviously I mean, I never heard of her
Pre-Fleabag.
before Fleabag, so.
And then they did work together again on Fleabag. Olivia Colman and Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Was she the stepmother?
Yes, and she's incredible.
Yeah, she was.
Hi again. I already recommended it on our last episode, but I highly recommend it again. It's sad, but good. Nicole Kidman's ex, Keith Urban, performed at Mar-a-Lago because he was hired for a private party hosted by Australian billionaire Anthony Pratt, who is a supporter of Donald Trump. The performance included Urban's cover of the Chappell Roan song Pink Pony Club and was attended by President Trump.
Oh, I got everything right about that.
You did. Pantry bugs are insects like Indian meal moths and various beetles, e.g. flour grain, drugstore, warehouse beetles, that infest stored food products such as grains, cereal, and spices. They're often brought into the home through infested packaged foods and can contaminate food with droppings, hair, and webbing if you aren't ready to vomit.
Hair?
To get rid of them, inspect all food, throw out anything infested, deep clean the pantry, and store new food in airtight containers, which we have done.
Okay.
From Page 6, ex-New York Magazine writer Olivia Nuzzi alleges that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. uses psychedelics despite being sober for years. In her upcoming memoir, America Canto, which I cannot wait to talk about in our bonus
very
episode.
excited to hear about it.
Nuzzi claims that RFK Jr. told her he uses psychedelics and has smoked dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, per the New York Times.
Wow,
DMT,
you nailed that word.
Did I? Are you making fun of me?
No, if you didn't say it correctly, that's the way it should be. It sounded, I've been sitting here struggling looking at it. How does this word get pronounced?
Once in a while, something comes out of my mouth correctly.
Through
It's
it like nothing.
less and less. DMT is the psychoactive ingredient in the drug ayahuasca, which has been used ritually. How about that coming full circle?
Yeah, right.
Used ritually and medicinally by Amazonian tribes for centuries, it is known to produce intense visual and auditory hallucinations, according to the Alcohol and Drug Foundation, and even gives people the feeling of a near-death experience. There is also another quote.
Hasn't that guy been near death enough in his life?
Apparently
Does he really
not.
need to get a near death?
Chasing it.
I
That's his
mean,
dragon.
Jesus.
She said she viewed his Dob kit overflowing with prescription medication.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Another example of okay for me, not okay for everybody else. If using a coloring book during your trip, please note that the subjects you are coloring are not coming to life as you finish them. Microblading, we're learning so many interesting things, is a cosmetic procedure that uses a needle to insert pigment into the skin to create natural-looking, well-defined eyebrows. It's a semi-permanent makeup technique that can last 18 to 30 months depending on skin type, lifestyle. You rubbing your eyebrows against things in your lifestyle, dragging them across a concrete floor, and touch-up frequency.
So I understood all that, but in my mind, maybe because it has the word blade in it, I thought it was actually like making little like divots in your, but maybe not.
It uses a needle, so maybe that's the blade part.
Okay.
And it's like it's sort of like a tattoo where they're putting the needle with a little color maybe to get the definition of the eyebrow.
But it's much more natural than when those people just do that stupid tattoo eyebrow thing where I don't know why people do that. It looks terrible.
I don't like it. I agree. Not for me. Ayahuasca is a psychoactive brew from the Amazon made from the Banisteriopsis caapi vine and a plant containing DMT, RFK Jr.'s favorite, used in traditional shamanic practices. It can induce altered states of consciousness and is brewed in a ritualistic practice. While it contains the controlled substance DMT, the legality of the brewed ayahuasca itself varies by country, as international drug conventions do not specifically regulate it.
Right.
So, guys, be careful, man.
I don't know how you can be. I think you're just taking your chances.
I personally wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not the boss of y'all.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot.
We learned so much today.
We learned so much.
I hope everyone enjoyed the journey.
Yeah. And so when this airs,
yes,
we will say, sorry, no new episode next week because it is Thanksgiving.
Oh, right.
So and
enjoy your turkeys.
Thank you for your patience because we didn't have a new episode last week.
Sorry, my dads keep dying.
But you're done, right?
I don't think I have any more dads that can die. I think I've run out.
If anyone's going to have that jump up out of nowhere, I would imagine it's you.
Seems. But yeah, I think we're 225. I think we're at our max.
225?
2025.
Oh, got it. Okay.
The year of dying dads.
Yeah.
For me. I'm not going to say that's not going to happen to anyone else, just me.
Well, I hope it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yes. So until next time, remain calm.